ako so I can see the comments. All right, Doctora, here we go. Wait a minute. Where is it? I have not seen it yet. Wait a second. Let me see my news feed. News feed. Have you seen it? Is it go, Art? Hey, there it is. Okay. All right. Hello and good morning to everybody. Okay, wait. I'm going to turn off my volume. I have not seen it. All right. Hello. Okay. And I'm going to turn on the comments. There you go. Okay. So good morning to everybody. Welcome to Virtual Kumustahan. This is where Equippers Manila gathers together once a week. Kasi hindi tayo makapagkita-kita. But this is our way to say hello to everybody, to stay connected. You know, I'm just hoping that everybody is happy and healthy wherever you are in your own homes. Okay? And thank you for joining me again this amazing Thursday morning. I apologize for the change in schedule because I'm preaching this Sunday. So we had to rearrange a bunch of stuff this week, no? But if you're tuned in this morning, I'm sure you're not gonna want to miss this, and I'm sure you're gonna be glad and you're gonna be happy, okay, and blessed that you came on the program this morning. Okay, so I'm gonna just say hi very quickly before I introduce our guest. Tristan is watching. Hello, Tristan. Kimi Moreno, Epi Batang. Hello, Epi. How are you? Doctora Dang is watching. Hey.
Hi, Miss Dang.
Okay, Brian is watching. Erica Robelo is watching. Good morning to all from Epi Batang and Farah Bolora Chavez. Good morning, Pastor Race and Doc. Hey, Doc, you have your first hi. Okay, and a hard time for you. Good morning, Pastor Race and Dr. Berris from Dang. Erica Rivelo, good morning po. Paolo Campo is watching. Hello, Paolo, my man. Danica Ann Ponce, the beautiful Danica Ann is watching. Okay. Brian says, good morning, Pastor Race and Doc Queen. Okay.
Good morning.
Oh, we've got a lot of people. Doc, you know, your charisma is amazing. All of a sudden, there's a lot of, usually it builds up slow, but this morning we are picking up really, really fast. Jing Gador is watching. Hello, Jing Gador. Noli Fortes is watching. Julie Nova Mapili Acosta is watching. Hello. Michelle Ching Parino. Michelle, I sent you a message on Messenger. Just look at it. All right. So again, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us this morning for a virtual Kumustahan. Okay. I'm Catherine Zerk. Julia May Borsa is watching. Hello. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to keep up with all of this. Annalena Venus Pelone. Yeah. Tristan says hi to you, Doc. Okay.
Hi, Tristan.
Yeah. Okay. So this morning, for all of you who are already tuned into the program, I want to quickly introduce a very, very special guest of ours. Her name is Doctora Queen Berris. Did I say that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Is.
So, we are so privileged this morning because we're gonna before I go now. Before we go into the medical stuff, we're gonna get. We understand that every person is special and beautiful in their own way. I always say that if God is your creator, it's impossible that you're not special because he doesn't make anything ordinary. So I believe that every person really has something special about them. So Doctora, we're gonna go into you first, no? Before we go into the medical stuff, we would like to get to know you. All right. So Doctora, how before that, can you say hi to our viewers right now?
Hi, hello everyone. Good morning. I'm glad and actually honored to be sharing with Equippers. And I hope after this may mga take-home learnings kayo, which is our main objective for this morning.
Awesome. All right. So guys, as I'm gonna try to be able to get all the comments, especially all the questions. I know you're gonna put a lot of questions on the comments box. But if I don't get everything, I'm sorry. You know, we only have an hour. You know, and Doctora doesn't have 2 days for us na ongoing. No, but
that's fine.
Yeah. I will try to get my best of all the. I'm gonna. Sorry guys, I'm gonna pick the questions. Okay. that are going to be asked this morning. All right, all right. Um, Karen Ann is watching. Danica and Ponce, good morning. Hi, Pass and Doc. Okay.
Hello, good
All
morning.
right. Yuli Joy is watching. Hello, Yuli Joy. Good morning. All right. So, Doctora, let's go back to you. Okay, Doctora, how long have you been in medicine? Why did you choose medicine as a profession?
Okay, I have graduated in 2005. Uh, and I have been practicing since 2009 as a medical doctor. Since I was a kid, gusto ko na talagang mag-doktor. If I remember it right, I was in grade 5 nung may nagtanong sa akin anong gusto mong maging. Tapos naisip ko yon, tapos sabi ko, gusto ko maging doktor. Ganyan. No? And it persisted until I was in high school, though my parents wanted me to take law. Ayoko. Medyo may pagka-piloso po ako noon. So, I told my parents, sabi ko, pag law kasi, sabi ko, my profession will have to, put up with the demands of a law made by humans, sabi ko. Paano kung contradicting yan sa values ko? So, I will be torn between my profession and my values. Sabi ko, may hirapan ako nun. Pero, if I'll take medicine, if I'll be a doctor, yung mismong profession ko will coincide with my values. That would make things easier for me. So, at that time, yun yung sinasabi ko. But later on, I think I was in 4th year high school. No, I went through a process of discernment at that time.
Wow.
Kala ko kasi magmamadre ako. Akala ko.
Doc, sandali lang, Doc.
Yes.
Young adults in the house who are pondering your future, pondering your career, listen very well, okay?
Okay. Yun. So, at that time, so high school ako, I was looking for, yung career search ko. No, I thought I was called to religious life at that time. I studied in a Catholic school kasi. Yun. So, I went through discernment. It was a 3 months discernment. Tapos, na-realize ko, yung calling na nararamdaman ko, hindi pala call to religious life. It's more of call to service, which validated yung gusto kong maging doktor. So, from that time, yun, dire-diretso na yun. Hanggang sa I became doctor.
That's amazing. Thank you, Doctora. Doctora, like I said, I know that there's always something special about everybody. Okay?
Yes.
I'm going to ask you a question. I don't want to put you on the spot, but they all know you're a doctor. But this is the question. What is something that people don't know about you? And what I mean by that is that what are your hobbies? Or what do you think you do? Like, do you sing? Okay, do you that? What is something that people don't usually know about Doctora Queen?
Okay. Actually, ang hobby ko talaga is fishing. No?
Whoa! All right.
It's my therapy. Whenever I'm stressed, whenever I feel exhausted and tired, no, I go fishing. Not for the fish, but because I want the peace and quiet while fishing.
It's more of therapy.
Yes, it's more of therapy for me.
Okay.
No? In terms of singing, I only sing with my husband, not in public. Ano lang yun, if I want to bond with my husband, yan, nag-video kami sa bahay and ano, yun. So, but basically, yeah, I like going on a peaceful and natural environment. Yun yung ano ko. I was born in the city. I was born in Manila. Here, I don't have a province. Both my parents are originally Manileños. No? Okay. Pero surprisingly, I like the rural living a lot better than city living. Nagkataon lang ang ko kasi nandito. No? So, I tried rural practice before. I worked at Occidental Mindoro for a year. No? Para pagbigyan lang yung sarili ko to try working at rural areas. I worked with the Mangyans noon.
That was Mindoro.
2010, yes. Mindoro. Yun. So, yun. I like the peaceful life, peaceful and safe lifestyle. Akala nila kasi pag doctors medyo ano, 'di ba? Glamorosa and all. On the contrary, mas gusto ko yung simple lang. Just to inform everyone, pag wala akong trabaho ngayong quarantine, no, I try to sell seafoods to my neighbors kasi I have access to suppliers and para hindi sila lumabas, mag-order ako sa suppliers and then give them access to that, no? Yun. So, kung hindi ako naka-quote, makikita nyo ako, amoy isda ako. Parang gano'n. Ayun.
Oh, wow. And that's amazing. And sometimes we see people every day and we can take them for granted, not knowing that there's always another facet to the identity of a person. Okay. So for those of you who love Doctora Queen, if you want to bless her, you take her out on a nature trip or on a fishing trip because that's what she likes. No, but it's amazing. Fishing. I've only tried fishing once, Doctora. I was not successful, caught nothing. So I will try it again. Maybe one day I can fish with you.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
All right. I'm going to read a few comments before I go into more questions for Doctora. Gabby Batang says, good morning, Dr. Queen, and good morning, Pastor King. Pastor King. All right.
Good morning.
Ito talaga si Epi. Rosemary Miranda Malari, good morning. Okay. Brian says, amazing. Okay. Christian is watching. Jasmine Concordia, my daughter is watching from New Zealand. Hey. Karen Ann, Yuli Joy. Okay. Boyet Digos. Pas, tanong ko lang, kung accredited si Doc sa Lacson and Lacson?
Yes.
Oh, yes. There you go.
I've been doing lectures for Lacson and Lacson as well.
You already have a fan base. You don't even know it. So.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. People are tagging people. So Brian says, seafood. Oh, yeah, definitely. Everybody's hungry now. Don't worry. We'll end at around 11. You can have all the seafood you want after the program. All right. All right. So, Doc. Okay. So,
yes, sir.
Thank you so much for letting us into your life a little bit. I'm pretty sure this is not the last time we're gonna invite you over.
Yes, no problem.
Yes, we'd like to get to know more about you, really, not just your profession. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the medical stuff, And Doctora actually owns her own company. How long has the company been up, Doctora? And can you just mention it right now for people to be aware of it?
Okay, it's a baby company actually. We've opened last October 2018. The name of my company is Exactmed Incorporated, and we offer services for gene analysis and gene sequencing.
Awesome. Wow. Doc, someone is asking, what is your specialization? So can you just quickly give them an idea?
Okay, I'm an occupational health physician and a genomics physician.
Oh, yeah. And for the information of everybody, I was chatting with Doc before we went live, and she's also a trainer facilitator for all of you corporate people there, for the e-business people. If you're looking for someone to do your team buildings, leadership trainings, or whatever, occupational seminars, whatever, Doc is, and I've seen her resume. I will tell you, it's amazing. All right, so I'm just putting that out now.
Thank you.
Out there. If you're looking for someone to kind of boost up morale or kind of improve productivity in your own company, Doctora Queen is, I think, you should look her up, okay, or send her a message, okay? All right, right now, so Angelica Rondolio is watching. Hello, and Angie, hello. All right, okay, so Doc, thank you for that information about your medical background. We're going to go straight into the current situation, all right? So we are now around, 2 months, Doc? Is that right?
Yeah, we're running 2 months now.
Yeah, running 2 months into the lockdown, And of course, it's not an ordinary situation. Hindi po tayo sanay na talagang naka-confine tayo. Like I was telling you kanina, not all Filipinos are experiencing the lockdown the same way, There are some Filipinos na ang hirap talaga ng sitwasyon nila, especially those living in poor communities, kung saan yero ang bubong mo, yero ang pader mo, ang init, there's no air conditioning, there's no relief kasi hindi ka pa pwedeng lumabas. I believe that as this goes forward, stress management which I see is one of your specialties, is going to be a big issue. So, Doc, can you talk to us? Are we going to be able to manage the stress that's going to build, no? I believe, as long as this lockdown is enforced.
Okay. Basically, there are a lot of things that we can do to manage our stress, but I want to focus on a few points given our time constraints na rin, no? For me, one of the most effective and I think most significant way of managing your stress is to know how to channel your focus, no?
Wow.
Problemahin natin yung mga bagay na may magagawa tayo, hindi yung mga bagay na wala tayong magagawa. I always tell my participants, my audience, no, for the things that you can control, do the best and maximize your capacity to come up with a good output. Pero for the things that you cannot do something about, you have to learn to let go and do not stress yourself about it. No, katulad ditong sitwasyon natin of the COVID-19 scare, no? Ang pinakamagagawa natin, ang pinaka-shield and weapon natin against it is to make ourselves healthy. So yun ang gawa natin ng paraan. Let's boost our immune system. We have to eat properly, sleep well, exercise pa rin without exposing ourselves and the likes. No? Pero, I believe it is not needed for you to know ilan na bang namatay. Ilang doktor nang namatay, ilan nang naka-quarantine. Sa akin kasi, kahit na madami or konti yung namatay because of COVID, we cannot do anything about that. COVID is here. No, it is part of God's plan for COVID to be here. So we cannot question that. And it is futile na mamoblema tayo doon kasi wala sa atin ang solusyon. Okay?
Wow.
So to give ourselves the peace of mind, no, and to lessen the stress, tignan mo ano bang pwede kong magawa. Yun. I think that is, for now, that is the most applicable and effective way of managing stress. Marami kasing klaseng stress, no? Pwedeng stress ng fear natin of getting the disease. We have the stress of paano yung financial stability ko, no? Doon sa mga no work, no pay na mga tao, I don't work now, so paano kakain ng pamilya ko, no? Doon sa mga may trabaho, how long can the company sustain my salary? Given that the economy is going down. No, so marami tayong klaseng stress. So tingnan natin, ano ba yung pwedeng magawa? We focus there. You channel your focus there on the things that you can do. Kasi pag alam mong may magagawa ka, it gives you more peace of mind.
Wow.
Kesa if it is beyond your control. Yon. For now, I think that's the best advice that I could give in stress management. Although we do have a lot. I could take 2-3 hours talking about stress management with you, but we don't have that time.
Yeah.
So, yun yung pinaka sa tingin kong effective advice that I could give.
Thank you, Doc. And I think, save some kasi I'm sure you'll be back. And Doc, that's amazing, Doc. You know, I think that's true, no? And again, I'm a church guy. It's like an element of faith, you know,
Yes.
Believing in things that you don't see instead of looking at the things that you do see. So, I love what you're saying that, tama ka, no? It's the things that we can't control that kill us sometimes, you know?
That's true.
It's what burdens us. Pero ang nakakatuwa doon, we allow ourselves to be burdened by something that we can really do nothing about, no? So, tama yun. So, that's why we always say in church, you know, make the most of the opportunities that you have. Don't look at the things. Well, of course, be informed and be aware, but also don't be focused. I love the word focus. No.
Yes.
I used to teach my people I'm teaching na what you focus on expands. So you focus on the good, it expands. You focus on the bad, it expands.
That's
so
true.
you focus on the virus in your mind and your life, it will expand. You focus on your family, that's gonna expand. You know?
That's
so
true.
wow, that's amazing. And Doc, I just have a comment here from the comment box. I'm gonna read for you from Irma Moya Robelo. Hi, Doc Winnie. I'm a friend of Vanji Castro. Remember me, nagkausap
Yes, I remember Miss Irma. Hello, Miss
There
Irma.
you go. You can say hi to her. She's watching you.
She's a friend of my cousin-in-law.
Oh, there you go.
Small world.
There you go. Pastor Matt Tanner, all the way from, I think, BGC is watching. Hello, Pastor Matt. Thank you for joining us this morning in virtual Kumistahan. Okay, Clippers Manila quotes this: focus on what you can control. Brian says so good. Tristan says so good. Okay, Sister Lorna Caballero Laxa is watching. Okay, our favorite accountant, our favorite, she's an amazing woman. Sister Lorna, good morning to you. Eliza Codonuevo, Grace Corpus Language. Okay, I'm gonna read this. Problemahin natin ang mga bagay na may magagawa tayo, hindi yun wala tayong magagawa. So good. Oh, wow. So much positive feedback. Susan Bonifacio Quesada Mendoza is watching. Okay, so, Doc, in terms again of, and I know this has been very, very redundant, but I also believe that it's something that shouldn't be taken for granted at this time. No? The things that we need to do to keep ourselves safe from the virus. What can you just speak on that a little?
Okay. So sabi ko nga, our only weapon and only shield is a good fit health. No? Yung katawan natin, our immune system. So there are some ways to boost our immune system. So basically, tatlong factors yan. One is good nutrition, a balanced diet. Pangalawa is good quality sleep, and then your exercise. When it comes to nutrition, normally before the COVID, ako personally, I advise not to take much supplements because if you eat right, nakukuha mo na yon sa diet mo. But at this time of pandemic, I do advise people to take high dose vitamin C. No? So pag tinanong nyo ako, Doktora, paano po yung high dose ng vitamin C? Normally, we take vitamin C at 500 milligrams a day. Ngayon, we can take it up to 2,000 to 3,000 milligrams a day. No? Pero hindi sabay-sabay, tsaka hindi because we have a tolerance, so pwedeng masira ang nyo pag bigla. What you can do is you take 1,000 milligrams in the morning, and then after 2 days of doing that, you add 500 milligrams at night. That's making it 1,000 in the morning and 500 at night. After 2 days, you add additional 500. So magiging 1,000 sa umaga, 1,000 sa gabi, until you reach about 2,000 to 3,000 milligrams a day. No, so that's one way. Another is we have to cut down on our intake of sugar and carbohydrates. Kasi pag tumaas ang blood sugar levels nyo, yung virus, ang nadidetect niyang receptor is the sugar and not the antibodies. Making them, yes. Kaya kung titignan nyo dun sa guidelines, yung listahan ng mga vulnerable na pasyente, nandun yung diabetics. No? Because of that, the virus could actually, parang nalilito yung virus. So, imbis na yung antibody, patayin yung virus, no? Doon sa sugar attach. Kaya mas nagiging vulnerable. Pangalawa, you need to cut down your salt intake to prevent hypertension. Also on the list, pag hypertensive ka, you tend to take maintenance, no? For hypertension. At yung maintenance na yon for hypertension, same detects yung receptors nila is detected by the virus na pinagkakabitan din ng virus, making hypertensive patients vulnerable also. No, so we try to cut down those food high in sugar and high in salt. At the same time, para kung high blood ka or diabetic ka, if your salt and sugar is controlled, you don't have to go to the hospital right now and be exposed. No, so practically speaking, you have to keep yourself healthy so you don't have to go to the hospital.
As much as possible, avoid going to the hospital.
Yes, as much as possible, avoid going to the hospital. If you do need some consultations, try to find doctors that offer telemedicine services, no? Para kumaga walang personal contact.
Okay.
Yung yon.
All right. So, yes, go ahead.
Okay, and lastly, no, we have to respect and follow the rules of social distancing. Very, very important. No? Kasi hindi lang yan protection natin for ourselves, but it is also protection for other people. No? Kung ikaw malakas ang katawan mo at kaya mong labanan yung COVID, you don't know if the person beside you is as strong as you are. So pwedeng hindi ka nga mahawa pero maging vessel ka na mahawahan sila.
Yeah.
No? So we need to be conscious about that. We need to be sensitive about that. We have to take care of each other. Yun.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, actually, medyo tinamaan ako dun sa mga sinabi ko. Pag sinamarize ko yon, dalawa yon. Wag kumain ng maraming chocolate at wag mag-init ang ulo. Wag maging hypertensive. Okay, so, but it's amazing, no? The more you become hypertensive, you become sick. Tama ba, Doc? And when you become sick, you are more prone. Tama?
Yes. And the medication that you take makes you vulnerable to the virus.
Okay, and wow, that's amazing information. So the more the medication you take makes you more prone to the virus.
Yes,
so
the medication for hypertension.
Yeah, so it's better not to get any kind of medicine in you.
No. You need your maintenance. You need your medication.
Okay.
It's just that kung nagme-medicate ka na, you have to be more careful. Now, kung hindi ka pa hypertensive, cutting down your salt intake will prevent you from being hypertensive.
Okay,
so you don't have to take the medicine, yes.
Yes. Basta, nothing to provoke the virus, parang gano'n.
Yes. Just to clarify, yung mga nagme-maintenance dyan for hypertension, please continue taking it. Yes. You just have to be more careful.
Yes. Okay? Wag masyadong be forgiving. Yes. Mapagmahal ngayong panahon ng COVID para hindi po uminit ang ulo. Alright? Amazing. Evangeline Castro says, hello, Dr. Queen. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, thanks for sharing. Feka Bai says, so good. Thanks, Doc.
Yes, Evangeline Castro is actually my cousin-in-law.
Oh!
She's the cousin of my husband.
Wow. Alisa Condonuevo says, very helpful. Yeah, wow. Okay. Unijoy says, they're tagging friends over here. Okay. Taking vitamins, 1,000 milligrams AM, 500 milligrams PM. Okay. Cut down salt intake. All right. So, and that's also, I have to be very honest, and in church, I'm a pastor, I should be. I'm not doing so well on the diet side.
Yes. So I think everybody's guilty about it.
Yes. So yeah. So what is a balanced diet? Come on, this seems like basic information, but we always tend to forget, no, Doc? Lalo na pag nanonood ka ng Netflix, labas lang ang chips. Come on and just bring out everything, and then you've got Grab food bringing you stuff at your home, which doesn't help. So, kindly just remind us what a balanced diet is during this lockdown season.
Okay, when we say balanced diet, you're supposed whenever you eat a meal, supposedly lahat ng types of food group is represented at the right amount. Yung what is recommended is this: if you have your plate, imagine your plate as a pizza pie, no? Your plate, kailangan 1/4 of that is supposed to be vegetables.
Oh,
1/4 of that.
That's
dun sa pinggan. So, hatiin nyo yan sa 4. Yung 1/4 vegetables, yung 1/4 is fruit, the 1/4 is grains, and 1/4 is your proteins. And then, sa labas ng pinggan nyo, you have your fluids, your water, no? Tapos, a little oil. Good type of oil.
Wow.
I'm not saying you put oil in your kanin or what, no. The oil represents...
Let's be clear about that, okay?
Yes. Hindi ko po pinalalagyan ng mantika ang kanin nyo. Kaya ko sinabing nasa labas ng mantika because that oil represents the oil you use when you're cooking. Yan. So, kung ano yung ginamit yung oil while cooking, yun na yun. Huwag nyo nang dagdagan. Okay? Kasi dun sa proportioning ng food, no? Kasi I'm sure hindi nyo naman titimbangin bawat isa yung pagkain nyo, diba? So, pag pinortion mong ganyan, normally sa Philippine setting, ang nangyayari, kalahati ng pinggan is kanin or buong pinggan kanin, nasa ibabaw lahat. Yung ulam, yung gulay, sometimes walang gulay, most of the time walang fruits, no? And then, you have your fluids, yung fluid natin napapalitan ng milk tea, ng soda, and the sorts. No? So, the balanced diet supposedly, yun nga, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4 yan. Ang fluids mo, pwede ka namang other sweetened beverages, but make sure you still have your water intake. Ang recommended before is 8 glasses a day, but now we are experiencing extreme heat. We recommend a minimum of 10 glasses a day. Yon. Tapos yung importance nung vegetables and fruits. Bakit? Because this is where mas concentrated ang mga vitamins rather than your ulam and your kanin. Kaya kailangan meron. For those who have high sugar levels already, be careful in eating the type of fruits. Make sure you know which one is high in sugar and which one is not. No? So sa mga diabetic natin, yung mangga, orange, pinya, those are high in sugar. So try to minimize that. What I recommend is yung apple, yung mga pear, no? Pakwan is okay. Yung mga ganon. No? I'm sure you can Google it out which fruits are high in sugar and low in sugar. So, yun. Just try to have the list.
Awesome. So, imagine your plate as a pizza in sections.
Yes.
It's amazing. Never thought of it that way. And then
the Department of Health actually has a program, yung tinatawag na Pinggang Pinoy program.
Wow. So
yeah.
You should look it up, no?
Yeah, you could look it up.
Yeah.
That's the simplest way of having the balanced diet.
Pero Doc, imagining my plate as a pizza does not help me. I only see the pizza. I only see the pizza. Okay, anyway, but just kidding, Doc. Okay. Tristan Demon, si Tristan says, come on, Pastor Ace, diet daw po. Yeah, I know, guys. Doc, you have no idea. People are gonna be on my case after this program. Everybody's been trying to get me on a diet. Okay? So, actually, Doc, for FYI, I'm quadruple heart bypass.
Oh, the more you need to stick to the balanced diet.
I know. Thank you, Doc. Okay. Ayun, Brian, Pastor Ace Concordia, chocolate yun eh. No. Brian, I'm sorry. It's been said. You know that when God puts events like this, there's a reason. So,
I just like to
okay.
I just like to tell our audience, our participants, it's okay na pagbigyan niyo yung sarili niyo once in a while. That's fine. No, too much diet could actually cause depression pa nga. No, ang technique diyan, pagbigyan mo yung sarili mo once in a while, but always in moderation. Do not abuse. If you love chocolates, that's fine. You may eat chocolate, but do not finish the whole bar. No? Do not finish the whole bar, diba? So kung may mga square yung chocolate, one square is enough para pagbigyan yung panlasa mo to eat chocolate. And then the next day ka na lang kumain ng pangalawang square mo. Parang ganon. No? So you could eat, ako, I do that. I love eating. I love chocolates as well. But I don't eat a lot in one sitting. So give yourself time to digest and metabolize it para hindi magmamarka sa blood chemistry nyo. Yun yung ano.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's amazing, no, Doc? I'm sure a lot of people are cringing and struggling right now. But, again, these are words of wisdom. Because I love it because you did not get infected by the virus pero nag-deteriorate naman yung health mo.
Yes.
Doesn't help you at all, no? Ganon din ang nangyari. So, might as well, I love what Doctora is saying. And we do need that, no? Discipline a little bit, people. Come on, Ace, come on. All right, so we're speaking to ourselves, no? I'm speaking to me. I'm preaching right now. No? So we got to discipline ourselves because I think that quote, health is wealth, is really so relevant in this lockdown period, okay?
That's true.
So I'd like to say hi first to a few viewers. Jelay Teves. Hello, Jelay, the beautiful Jelay Teves from the north. Alicia Irish, Miranda. Aliana Campo. Hey, Aliana. June Akbang. Pastor June is watching. Okay. Paulo Campo. Pastor Ace, cut down salt intake, increase veggie intake. Ako din natamaan. Yes, I know, bro. Lessen chips intake. Hello, Dr. Queenie. Proud kami sa iyo.
Hello, Red.
Bernard.
Yes.
So do you know her, Jocelyn Bernardo?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Brian says, pag gulay ang ulam araw-araw, nakaka-high blood din. Gulay daw. Okay. Okay, and we just to inform you, Doc. No, they got me to do again. The very reason I got the quadruple heart fasting is that I grew up on. I'm a T-Rex. I'm a carnivore. I ate very little vegetables, and so that is why tawag dito. I got so right now I'm really trying, and that's the word, no, trying to learn to eat gulay. So they had me go on and the two of the vegetables I hate the most was the ampalaya and the okra. One for the taste, the other for the texture. I did an ampalaya challenge recently on the virtual club. Oh no, on Staycation Chronicles, one of our other programs. I haven't done the okra yet, so that one is coming up. Okay. All right. So thank you so much for everybody that's watching. Maurice is watching. All right. Oh, Doc. Okay,
Yes,
here
sir.
we go. Another food question. Rice. How much rice should we really have? Because rice, I think, is is the culprit. Because
Yes, for the sugar
Filipino, we
intake.
love rice. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Assuming that you do not have any other disease, no, like you are not diabetic, 1 cup of rice is enough per meal. Okay. Ngayon, kung tumataas ang sugar mo, no, you cut it to 1/2 cup of rice per meal. Ngayon, kung gutumin ka na tao, no, if you have a big appetite and you really need a bulk of rice to eat, una, you can shift from white rice to brown rice because the brown rice has a lot more fiber and more filling. So yung 1 cup of brown rice is only equivalent to 1/2 cup of white rice in terms of carbohydrates. So makakakain ka ng 1 cup pero ang pasok ng carbohydrates kalahati lang, no? Or what you can do if you do not like the taste of brown rice or you do not have access to brown rice, yung 1 cup of rice mo, wag mong kainin ng isang upo. No? If you eat 3 meals a day, you can actually eat 6 meals a day, kalahati lang per meal. In that manner, you will have lower sugar intake. You will give yourself more time to metabolize and digest the food that you eat. Tapos hindi ka magugutom kasi 6 na beses kang kakain, no? So kung 3 beses kang kumakain, by the time you are on your next meal, gutom ka na. But if you're eating 6 times a day on half the volume or half the quantity of what you usually eat, hindi ka magugutom kasi mayat-maya kain ka ng kain. Yun, that's a technique. It's also a good technique in losing weight.
That is so good, Doc. That is so good. So, frequent smaller meals, something like that, no?
Yes.
Frequent smaller meals. So good, Doc. He has timbol. I don't know if you know.
That's
her?
my mother-in-law.
Oh, I'm proud of you, Dr. Queenie.
Thank you, Ma.
Oh, there's it. So she's watching you. You've got family support.
I love my mother-in-law so much.
Oh, that's so good. All right, Doc. I'm gonna switch again back to the COVID thing. Okay.
Okay.
Here's an important question. If you suspect that you have it, what's the protocol? What do you do?
Okay. So
and what do you look for in terms of diagnosing whether you have it or not?
Okay. So first, one of the most critical criteria is to check if you do have a possible exposure. No? So kung halimbawa lumalabas ka at this time, you go to public areas like you're the one doing the groceries or naubuhan ka, nahatsingan ka ng tao, then that is a possible exposure. Pangalawa, no? Check the changes in your body, the change in your temperature kung lalagnatin. Nandyan yung change in your breathing patterns kung mahihirapan kang huminga. Okay? Any flu-like signs like colds, fever, sore throat, yung mga ganyan, those are possible signs. Okay? The difference with COVID is that COVID might have the tendency for you to go into pneumonia and acute respiratory distress syndrome. Yun yung tinatawag nilang severe. no, the severe manifestation of COVID. So, kung halimbawa magkaroon ka ng mga ganitong sintomas, no, if your symptoms are mild, you can just actually isolate yourself in the house. No, kung mild lang. Kasi we are not sure if that's COVID unless you are tested. And in the testing centers, they are conserving the testing kits to those who are severely symptomatic. So useless lang kung mildly symptomatic ka or asymptomatic ka tapos pupunta ka sa hospital, hindi ka rin ititest. Tapos may expose ka lang lalo. So for mild symptoms and for those who have no symptoms but has exposure, isolate yourselves inside your room for about 2 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks yan. Hindi pwedeng lumabas ng kwarto. Don't share your utensils, your plates, your glasses with anybody in the house. You're supposed to have your own. Wear mask inside the house for those who are feeling some symptoms. Ngayon, kung after 2 weeks or even before 2 weeks, the symptoms persist and becomes more severe, that's the only time you go to the doctor.
Okay.
No, kung sa tingin mong nung umpisa hindi ka naman nahihirapan huminga, ngayon bakit parang hinihingal na ako? Halimbawa ganon. Then you go to the hospital because the hospital needs to do supportive measures for you. This is what I need to stress sa inyo. Kailangan malinaw sa inyo 'yon. Sa hospital, hindi naman sila binibigyan talaga ng cure for COVID because it doesn't exist yet. There's still no cure, no treatment for COVID. What we do is we do supportive measures. Kung nahihirapan kang huminga, kakabitan ka namin ng oxygen, kakabitan ka namin ng ventilator, no? Kung nilalagnat ka, we'll give you anti-pyretic or yung for fever na medications and all those sorts. So symptomatic approach lang kami ngayon. So why expose yourself to that if your symptoms are mild? Ang importante, you are isolated para hindi kakalat just in case it is COVID. No? Kasi I had experiences, I had some patients na pupunta sa hospital, akala nila COVID, tapos i-reject sila ng testing kasi nga kino-conserve yung testing kits. In-expose lang nila yung sarili nila, which is not good. Diba? So yun, that's the best thing to do. To isolate yourself unless your symptoms are becoming more severe, then that's the time to go to the hospital.
Thank you so much, Doc. That's so informative. And, we're going to keep this program posted for a long time, hoping that a lot more people get to hear this information. No? And, Doc, siguro, after this, I'm going to go quickly to a few of the questions. But before that, it's already at 10:43, like 17 minutes to go. I'd like to give you an opportunity to speak to the people listening, because I think that as a frontliner, you guys deserve to be heard. What would you say now, being a frontliner? Because people don't see what happens in the hospitals. They don't see the things that you guys have to go through in order to help people. And I feel that you guys need. I would like to give you guys a voice for people to understand more about what's really going on. Is to hear from a frontliner about what would you say to the public right now, or to those listening, regarding this situation we have right now, from your point of view as a frontliner.
Okay. A lot of campaigns are going around right now, saying that we heal as one. No? Laban natin to. Sama-sama tayong lalaban.
Come on.
I think that's the message that I would really like to impart to everyone here. No, regardless if you're a frontliner or not, ang importante is to think of something you can do to actually fight against it. Hindi mo kailangan nasa ospital eh. Hindi mo kailangan humarap sa pasyente. Hindi mo kailangan maging actively risking your life for this. No, so the first question every day na dapat pumapasok sa isip mo regarding COVID, what can I do today to alleviate this situation for us? Like, just the mere respecting the social distancing is actually enough. No? Kami, we chose this profession. We chose the risk. Regardless anong klaseng risk yan. No? Sabi nga namin, meron kaming oath when we got our license to practice medicine, meron kaming oath na ginawa, meron kaming panunumpang ginawa, and we stick to that oath. Yun. So kami, we're just doing our job. It's nothing more glorifying than you staying at your home. You're also doing your job if you stay in your home.
There you go.
Hindi kailangan doktor ka, hindi kailangan sundalo ka to be a frontliner. Okay?
Yes.
You just need to be conscious, to be vigilant, and to be active in trying to think and doing something how you can contribute to this situation.
Correct. I think that's the best way for this program to really have. This is the best conclusion ever. We heal as one. I love that, and I just like to add on to what Doctora said. We have a role. Come on, fellow Filipinos. Come on, mga Pinoy. We have this culture a long time ago called bayanihan. Where we would help one another, move a neighbor's house, or do whatever for our fellow Filipino. And I think that this is, if we're looking for the time to unite, this is the time to unite. This is not the time to really criticize or point fingers at one another. We can do that later, it's also part of life. Yeah. But really right now, I love the message that Doctora is giving out. Come on, Filipinos, let's get together. Let's in church in Equippers Manila, Doc, we have a culture that's called together. We're not just together; we are together. There's it's more of church. It's also family. And I think as Filipinos, we should start thinking as family right now as a nation. That what happens to one affects everybody else. And therefore we should be responsible for everything that we do. I know that situations are all not the same, but we all have the same responsibility, And I think it's as basic as staying at home and taking care of yourself. Playing that role, doing that, will help this situation end faster. And it will have a better ending for all of us. So good. So amazing. Doctora, would you mind a few questions?
Sure, no problem.
They're very basic, but I have these guys are gonna be on my case if I don't throw out the questions. Okay, Doctora, which is better, purified or alkaline water? This is like quick, quick.
Okay, alkaline is good if you have high acidity in the body, but
there you go.
But to be safe, if you think of yung daily intake mo, purified is actually enough.
There's a question between which is better, warm or cold water?
Okay. Warm water is actually better. The body can process warm water more easy than the cold one.
That's good. Awesome. Marjorie A. on Rubia says she's proud of you. Yeah.
That's my mom. Hi, Ma. That's my mother.
I love your family. I can see.
I think they're supporting me right now.
There's so much support. There's so much love from this family. Jalai Teves says, very informative. Thanks, Doc and Pastor Ace. All right. Oh, you're welcome, guys. We're so happy to be here this morning. Jehu is watching. Okay. Tony and Bang, two amazing artists from our church are watching. All right. Okay. Hi, Doc. What will you advise for those suffering depression and anxiety?
Okay. For those who are suffering depression and anxiety, first, don't make yourselves too idle. Huwag niyong bigyan ng pagkakataon yung sarili niyo na mag-isip ng mga bagay na hindi niyo naman kailangan problemahin. No? Sabi ko nga kanina, focus on the things that you can do and do it. No? Para yung depression and yung anxiety would not have a room in your mind to linger. No, kung nade-depress ka, don't focus on the bad things. You focus on the good things. In some of my lectures, I usually stress the power of positivity. No, I do believe in all circumstances, may bad yan, may good side. Lagi yan. Good or bad side, laging meron yan. So, you have the power to choose which way to look. Is it the good side or the bad side? So kung hindi ka masochista, why look at the bad side? Look at the good side. Diba? Look at the good side. If you are depressed, you think the situation now is pulling you down, then think of something that would pull you up. No, think of the good things that you have that can pull you up. If you are worried too much, no, protect yourself, be at peace with that, and stick to your faith na nandyan yung Diyos to protect you. No?
Amen. Come
He's
on.
very powerful. He's almighty. So why worry?
Hey.
Diba? Sabi ko nga, if it is your time to die, it is your time to die. It's just a manner of accepting and a manner of being prepared about it. No? So kung sa tingin mo, prepared ka to go, magka-COVID ka man or hindi, you would still go.
Yeah.
Diba? Pero, kung sa tingin mo hindi ka prepared, now is the best time to prepare yourself.
Amen to that. Okay.
The best time to prepare yourself para ma-ease out yung anxiety. Tapos, on a medical side of you, don't expose yourself to too much negative news para medyo ma-alleviate yung anxiety nyo.
Awesome. Marielle Veneracion says, go, that's my sister.
Yes, that's my sister. Hi, Yel.
Okay, and also on the other side of depression, if you are, and I'm just throwing this out there, if you are with someone who is suffering depression and anxiety, you could help, Don't just let the person suffer, Don't just let the person go through the depression and anxiety without you doing any effort. I think that that's our role to play right now. If there's a person in your house who is depressed or probably going through a bit of anxiety, cheer them up, or cook for them, paglaba mo sila, I don't know. You know best what's gonna make them happy, and let's make an effort, And who knows? I believe that this is also a season of miracles. I believe that miracles can happen in a storm. Miracles, a light can come out of the dark. And therefore, I believe that maybe, and this is another thing I'm gonna share with you, maybe you are the miracle, Maybe someone in your house needs encouraging, and you could be that person. We're doing a series in church right now called Activation, And if you guys are interested, I'd like to invite you on Sunday, 9:30 a.m. Just go on our Facebook page, and the whole theme is all about being activated during this time. Let's not be dormant. We can make a difference and we can do something, especially for the ones we love. For those people who have families, now's the time to bond. Kung meron kang magdi-dinner, don't make it, wag kang magluto. Labas mo yung candles, make a big event out of your dinner, because maybe it's time to forgive stuff. Maybe it's time to break walls down. Maybe it's time to build bridges once more, And I think that will make us all really get through this lockdown easier,
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. And so good. Amazing. Okay. Brian says, so good, you have a role, and that is to stay at home. Mariel Vination, let's all help each other. Okay. Equippers Manila, now is the best time to unite. Yes, together. Epi Batang, thank you, Dr. Queen. Okay.
Thank you too. I'd like to comment with what my sister just said.
Go ahead.
Veneracion, try to help everybody. Yes, actually, para malabanan din natin yung pagkalungkot, pag-worry, there are anxieties. Why don't we keep ourselves busy in trying to help others? Just to give you a background, it was my sister's idea to look for suppliers to be able to provide food for the village of my parents, where my parents live.
Wow.
No, so hanggang ngayon, we're doing that when we are not working, to actually look for suppliers for them. And that keeps us busy the whole day. Sometimes we even are busy until 9, 10 in the evening just because we're finding suppliers for them. No? So kung meron kang access, yun nga yung sinasabing, maximize whatever you have. Kasi sayang, dun tayo matatalo ng pandemic if we let the pandemic stagnate us. No? Yeah. So, para hindi manalo yung pandemic sa atin, kahit anong sitwasyon na nasaan tayo, just maximize whatever you have, and definitely good things will come after that.
Awesome. I just want to quote our senior pastor, Pastor John Fondano. We can win this. We can win
definitely.
This. But to win this, it has to be a we. Has to be us all together. Okay? Mariel Veneracion says, we love you, Dr. Queenie. Oh, there's like a flood of messages.
Love you too, yeah.
I'm sure you're going to be able to read them when you replay it, but it's here. Okay? You'll enjoy supportive family ni Doc. Yeah. No, kainggit, no? Sana all. Okay,
You can
Alexander
start
Alvarez.
now. Support
Huh?
your families now. You can always start today.
That's so awesome. Correct. Why wait? No, now's the time. Especially if you heard this on this program right now. Maybe this is God's way of speaking to you right now, encouraging you. Come on, don't just sit there, don't just watch Netflix. All right? Yeah. Go on and do something with your family. Play games, play games, play pranks on your family. That's fun. All right. Krista Damon, come on, power to choose, power of positivity. John Philip, hello to John Philip, Mariano Chavez. Shout out to you, bro. Okay. Uh, think good, speak good, be good, and all will be good by Jehu. That's so good, Jehu. Okay. All right. Praise God. All right. So, all right. It's 10:55. You've got like 5 minutes to go. All right. And any more questions from you guys? Equippers Manila, invite them to hub nights or e-groups. Well, okay. So now, guys, to the young adults hub and to the youth and even to the adults hub, you've got Dr. Queen here. She is definitely a godsend. She's a blessing. If you want to invite her, I think, just message her or something. Just send her. No, she's been very, very accommodating, very kind. I sent her a message very late na kagabi, and she still responded to me. She's so amazing. Yes, I think if you could invite her, and she speaks on a variety of topics. Not just medical topics. I think leadership is also something she can speak on to you. Okay. Harold J says, "I am the miracle." Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Harold. Okay. So good, dog. By Yuli Joy, Pastor Helen Monk. Oh, the wife of our founding Pastor Bruce Monk from New Zealand is watching Dr. Queenie.
Hello.
So we'd like to say hi to Pastor Helen Monk. We'd like to say we love you from your family in Manila. Thank you for praying for us. Thank you for continually supporting us during this time. We love you, Pastor Helen. All right? Okay.
Thank you for watching, Pastor Helen.
There you go. All right. Okay. I'd like to say a big shout out, a big virtual hug, a big I love you and I miss you to JC Laksa, one of my brothers who is watching right now. You're listening, JC. I finally caught you, man. And I want you to know I love you and miss you. After all this, I'm gonna try to messenger you, video call, no? Please answer me, man. I'd love to talk to you, bro. So it's love to be catching up with JC Laksa this morning. Okay. All right. Janet Dolina is watching. There you go. All right. So I'm not going to be able to finish all of the comments, but it's been such a great morning, isn't it? So having Doctora Queen, no? And your name, Queen.
Thanks to my parents.
Yeah. So that's an amazing name. Just out of curiosity, we're coming back to you now. We're leaving the medical side. Why did they name you Queen? Is there a story to that?
Yes, actually, my parents would want to name their firstborn King.
Oh!
They were expecting a boy, supposedly, but when I came out, I was a girl, so they shifted the king to Queen, and then they want the name Angel to be there. That's why my full name is Queen Angeli, the Queen of Angels, something like that. So, but my friends and family call me Queenie.
That's amazing. I think that's a beautiful story, and like Queen. Queen is an overseer, someone who helps people. So I think your name is, and someone who is going to be given power, authority, and influence. So I think that name suits you very well, Doc.
Thank you so much.
Doc, in behalf of Equippers Manila, we would like to extend our love and our gratitude to you. So thank you so much. We will be praying for you all the time, especially during this lockdown season. We are hoping and praying this is not the last time we can invite you over for a talk, And so I'd like to give you a few minutes to give a few words to the audience before we say goodbye.
Okay. First of all, thank you also, as I have mentioned when we were chatting with Sir Ace. Thank you for the opportunity to share. I find it always as a blessing to share whatever I know Okay. And for everyone here listening, I would be praying and wishing that we take this challenge, the pandemic, we take this situation as something that would make us stronger, as something that would make us a better person. Always remember that we've got to have that goal to be a better person the next day, the better version of yourself. So make this an opportunity, this pandemic. Don't make this a problem, because with or without the pandemic, challenges and problems are there. So make this as just one of them and take it one day at a time. So God bless everyone. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Sir Is, for this. And yeah, I hope to be with you again sometime.
Yeah. Okay. Did you hear that, guys? Don't be bitter, be better. All right. Wag maging bitter during this time. Wag magmukmok. Be better. Come out of this the best version of yourself. You know. And again, thank you again, Doc. We love you
Thank
so
you.
much. We want you to know you. You in Equippers Manila. We always say you believe. You belong before you believe. You are family to us now. You know.
Oh,
And
thank you so
if
much.
there's anything we can do as a church to help you as a frontliner, please let us know. We would
Just
love. We
just
would
pray for
love to.
me.
Oh, we will always pray for you. We will
Yeah,
always
just pray
include
for
you
me.
in our prayers. And hoping that one day we could also have Pastor John join us on an interview with you, on a talk with you. All right. Okay,
Okay.
so guys, thank you so much for tuning in. But I'm gonna close with those amazing words from Doctora. No, let's heal together. Let's heal together. Come on, Filipinos. Come on, church. We can only do this together. And thank you so much for everybody for tuning in to Virtual Kumustahan. Please tune in next week. I'm not sure if we're going back to the Tuesday time slot. We can only do this together. And thank you so much for everybody for tuning in to Virtual Kumustahan. Please tune in next week. I'm not sure if we're going back to the Tuesday time slot. We can only do this together. And thank you so much for everybody for tuning in to Virtual Kumustahan. Please tune in next week. I'm not sure if we're going back to the Tuesday time slot. We can only do this together. And thank you so much for everybody for tuning Manila, our Facebook page. There will be a link there that will take you to our online church experience. I will be preaching on Sunday. All right, so I need all the support I can get. So please pray for me this coming Sunday. All right, so guys, thank you so much. Dr. Queenie, you are the best. You are amazing.
Thank you so
awesome.
much.
Thank you so much for your time, your love, and your gift that you have shared with us. God bless you, and God bless everyone. Have a great Thursday. God bless.
Okay, thank you. Bye.